Hello guys! So many of you are asking if I can make like English vlogs on my YouTube channel, and the reason I don't do it is because I think my English is so bad, or I think I don't pronounce the words right, like we are and where and all the kinds of these explanations. So that's like the mainly reason I don't do it, and I feel that I can't explain my feelings the way I want to because my blog is very deep and I have a lot of thoughts and I write a lot about my personal life, and I think it's so difficult and hard to like explain it in English. Uh, but I'm thinking about it, and I want to do English vlogs as well that I won't be posting on my blog but on my YouTube channel. So before we're getting ready to do English vlogs, I want to tell you guys about myself and who I am, so you can get a better understanding of me. And my name is Anniken Jørgensen. I am 21 years old. Just got 21, so now I can drink in the USA. Hey. And I started to blog when I was 15 years old. The reason I started to blog was because I didn't have a lot of friends and I was a lot bullied when I was young. People have a hard to like understand that because I think I look like a girl that maybe are bullying others. So it was very hard for many like grown-up people around me to understand that I was bullied. So that was very difficult for me, like teachers and stuff like that. It got more serious when I got older and people like understood the problem. But yeah, I think like my look, it was like hard for people to like see me and not like my like the blonde hair and the brown eyes. I don't know. So that was the reason I started to blog, and I just did it for like fun, and of course I got bullied for that as well, that I started a blog and thinking that I was like special or something. Like I'm from a very small town outside another like bigger town, so like like almost like out in the woods or something. So it's called like Solbergelva, and like my father is a Sun Mountain River. Um, and yeah, so I started to blog when I was 15, and then I was in a television program called Teenage Boss, where I had like all the money for my parents and like had to like rule the house in like 1 month. And that was like my biggest like happening in life. I felt so cool, and I can like show everyone that I got something done. And from there I was told that now your blog is going up, and after your program it will go down. And it didn't. My blog stayed like not like the most read blog in Norway, but it was like better than before. And after that, I fell in love with a boy, like in Norway, of course, and he was like a famous person in Norway. So I was like 15 years old, starting the tour life. Was seeing so many beautiful places in Norway, and then he broke up with me, and I had like a 4-year depression, and that was really bad. So I had to quit my blog. I started to work at McDonald's, and I just had to like move around in Norway. So I moved to Stavanger. I moved like 2 months in New York, 1 in LA. Like I just it was so hard for me to be in the same city as he. So I escaped my problems. I did. And every time I got home, I couldn't face the problem, so I had to like run away again. So that was pretty my life in like 4 years. And in the middle of these 4 years, something really special happened. I was asked to be a participant in a documentary program about sweatshops. Like I went to Cambodia in a pretty bad shape. I was like really depressed, and I was thin, and I didn't believe in myself at all. And I went down to Cambodia and had to live like in textile worker for like a week. And something happened to me at that time. I like in the start of the program, I couldn't like understand the people down there. I couldn't like understand that this was like bad. And then something just happened, and that was like almost like a reason for me to fight. I got a passion for something, and I really needed that. So when I got home, I didn't say anything about the program until like maybe a year after, and then I wanted to start a blog again, and that was just because I had to say something about sweatshop. I had to say something, and I did. And I was so scared, and I wrote like a long blog post about this. And when I woke up the next day, I was called from like all the newspapers in Norway, and everyone wanted to like know what happened down there and everything. And this shit got huge. It was crazy. Like it was like newspaper articles like all over the world, and like A Plus, that is owned by Ashton Kutcher. He wrote about it, or like the newspaper, and it just got so huge. And then then I started to like go out on like H&M. I haven't shopped there since actually, and for me it was like so hard to say like the whole textile industry is like this. I had to like take one, and unfortunately that was H&M, and they couldn't like respond for a long time, and when they did, this shit got more huge. Like it was crazy. So like yeah, it was like newspapers all around the world, and we got enough like attention that we won like the golden award in Norway. I just call it that. It called like Gullruten.
The Norwegian Emmy.
A Norwegian
Emmy.
Okay, yeah. That is like the highest award you can get in Norway for like TV productions and documentaries, and like yeah. So that was one amazing day, and like I think me and the whole crew was just like we were crying, and it was just so much hard work behind it. And it also was like hard to stand there and get an award for something that we just like show like a light on. And I don't know, it was strange, like champagne and balloons and like confetti and like sparkling nights, and it felt a bit strange that the people in the documentary program should be there. Like they were still in Cambodia, and we felt that we had to do something about that. So we made a season 2, and you guys have to just have to see this documentary program. It's like the biggest thing I ever done in my life, and if you can like find it with English subtitles, I think like German and like French, and like it's showed on school like in the whole world. And we also like got in school books here in Norway, so we really did something huge. So I will link that below so you can find your language, and you can like just also like Google sweatshop and then your country, and then you probably will find the subtitles for your country. So you have to see it. It's like 6 episodes in season 1, I think, and it's maybe like 10 minutes, 5?
No, 10 minutes.
10 minutes in like in like each episode. So like 1 hour. You have 1 hour to just watch that documentary program series. But I don't know. So you have to do that. So sweatshop changed me a lot, and the like the how I looked on things. So then when I started to blog again, I felt that I also had to tell my readers about the 4 years that I had to go through, and I started to like then talk about my heartbreak, I started to talk about my depression and how I felt, and I think it just kept me going because people also like told me that they felt the same and they could like understand me, and that was like, I think I helped a lot of people, but they also helped me because when I just didn't feel so alone anymore. So I think that is like the main reason why I'm known in Norway. It's my heartbreak and it's sweatshop. These two things is like me, as associated with me. So yeah, so I write about, I have a blog and I write about my life each day, and sometimes it's more like dark and deep, and sometimes it's just like outfits and makeup and like more inspirational things. But I really live for the like the blog posts that are like more me and real, and it's so important to me to explain that it it can seem that I have a really happy, sparkling, nice life in this blog world and everything is just crazy around me, but I also have like bad days, and I know how it is to be a teenager, and my heartbreak was just like, I really, really, really fell on the ground. I didn't know what to do. I really thought I was going to die of heartbreak. Like I never hurt myself, or I never like was suicidal or anything, but I really just believed that my body was maybe not able to wake up one day. Just the pain I felt was just horrible, and it took so many years for me to like rise again. So of course I never like gave up on that love before I met a new one that I didn't know, like didn't think that would ever happen to me in my entire life. I thought I was going to have a heartbreak till the end of my day, like end of my life. So that really also like changed a lot in my head, that it is possible to like find someone new. And also like in the moment that I just gave up, then he just came in my life, and I moved again. So that's pretty like a short summary of my life until now. And now I'm doing like a television program in Norway called The Bloggers, like bloggarna, and that is like they're following my life and other bloggers in Norway, and just like in bad and happy days, like up and downs. And also that was important to me to like show my readers not like the just the sad part and the like how I write, but also the happy me and like the funny me and things that I can't explain in text. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm also doing an ethical like a production, so I'm going to do my own clothing line, and that will be really huge for me. I worked on this for such a long time, and it was have always been a dream, like to make ethical clothes that are fashionable. It's just everyone can do it. It's just like so much more expensive to like make ethical clothes. So I'm going to do that. So I hope that people going to like it, or I'm ruined. So yeah, but I think it will be pretty cool. It's just like it's so cool, and I also have like small parts on the clothes that explain me, like my heartbreak and some of my tattoos, and it's like really really nice. And yeah, and I also like, yeah, of course I'm writing a book here in Norway, like all the other bloggers in the whole wide world are doing, but I'm going to like write the whole story of my heartbreak and my life in those 4 years. Like I told a lot of my blog, but not everything, not the lies and like the crazy thing I did because I just needed attention and all kinds of that. So I just feel that when I was so depressed, I really wanted someone to like understand me, not like a psychologue or how to say it, but like someone, a known person that could tell me that this has also happened to me. So I want to be that person. I want to like show Norwegian girls and boys that everything can always seem so fine, but everyone have something they struggle with, and that was my depression. And today I'm like proud, so proud that I got through that, and that I can tell my story to other people. So I'm going to do that. And yeah, now I'm tired talking about myself, but I really want to also do like a Q&A, so you can like ask questions. So please do that in this comment, just comment below your questions, and I will also do a Q&A, maybe like the next video, or yeah, I don't know, but I really want to like try to do that, so you can ask whatever you want below this video, and I will try to do some more English vlogs. So thank you for watching, and just ask me if it's something that you want to know. And I hope that I thought my English was pretty good this time, like it was just like flowing out. So I think I'm going to do this. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you like it.